Y'all, and welcome back to another speed build. If you missed the first two parts, this is actually the final part in a series I've been doing on this house. I should have both of the other parts linked down below if you missed those. But anyways, we're just going to be like finishing up the furnishing and then doing the landscaping and all that good stuff. But anyways, I think on the first episode of this series, which was about a week ago, I said I was going to try and move to doing 2 uploads a week on Tuesdays and Saturdays. And so anyways, this will be going up on a Sunday. It was supposed to go up yesterday, but I've been having some issues recently. So like I've been saying in the past couple of videos, my school just started for me, so this was the end of my first week of school, and so I've been kind of busy with that just because it's the start of a semester, so they're just introducing a bunch of new stuff and I'm having to like go and get materials and books and stuff for my classes and all that. But besides that, if that wasn't stressful enough, the computer I'm doing this on decided to just completely crash yesterday when I tried to get on and start editing this video, and so I spent all of last night and a good part of today trying to figure that out, which was awesome. So anyways, I was trying to get into this after my last class yesterday, and it turned on and then tried loading for a little bit and then turned back off, and then I tried again and then it tried to go into repair mode, and I don't know if any of y'all have experienced this or not, but there's like this weird repair loop thing where it'll like try and fix itself, but then it'll say it can't, and then it was gonna let me restore from a backup, but then it didn't have any of my backups available to select. So anyways, long story short, I ended up spending all of last night trying to figure that out with my dad, and we couldn't get it figured out. And so then I went to bed and then got up this morning and tried to Google what was going on with it again. And finally had to get on my laptop and download Windows on a flash drive and then stick it in this computer and then boot it from that. And thankfully I got back into it after a while, because I had this video and the next few videos all on here and didn't have anything on this computer backed up. So if I lost that, I would have just lost all of this and this video wouldn't exist right now. But yeah, I did end up getting it figured out, but I do probably need to find a new computer soon, because I've had this one for probably 6 or 7 years now, and I mean, it has been going a little slower recently and it's been having some issues. It's just old. But like before now, if it ever had any issues, it would usually just kind of restart itself and then it would fix itself. And I mean, I guess it has been getting a little bit slower. I just hadn't noticed it, because my laptop I got before school last year, and I had to get all the requirements for my architecture class, because we're doing like online drawing and modeling and stuff on there. So my laptop is like super powerful, and so I guess when I got back on this computer, I just assumed that since it was going slower, it was just because this isn't as powerful of a PC, but I think it's just because it's getting old, so I do need to look at finding a new one. But luckily this one's working for now, so I mean, I'm at least getting this video done and hopefully it'll continue to work. But if not, I have now backed up all of my other videos, so even if this one does decide to crap out on me again, I'll be able to at least get those videos out, and then I can move to my laptop if I need to. But yeah, that was a whole lot of fun. Like I said, that was just another thing on top of all the other stuff I was worrying about this week, because I had to try and figure that out. I was going through, I have like just kind of homework and stuff to do for some of my classes. Like one of my classes has already assigned a project, and then trying to get all the stuff done for next week in my studio class, because we had assignments given to us where I had to come up with a plan and a section for next week. So I have to draw both of those. I don't have to come up with anything on my own. It's just like tracing a building plan that we got after we selected which building we wanted, but it is like the building I have is pretty big, so it's just time consuming. but I'm getting all of that done. And then I'm still looking for a job and stuff. So I have a lot going on right now. But anyways, this is the first time on one of these that I've actually had like a legit story to talk about. So I haven't been talking much about the build, but this video was mainly just like the bathrooms and the bedrooms and stuff. So I'm just going through, I mean, like I said in the past couple of episodes, when I was doing this house, I kind of imagined it would be sort of like a bachelor pad. So I mean, all of the bedrooms in here are kind of just like pretty generic, because I figured they would all be kind of more guest bedrooms, and so it's not like they had a whole lot of personality in them. But I mean, if you downloaded it, you could change them and add some more to them if you wanted to. And then they're all like double beds. There's no toys or anything. There's no like kids bedrooms or anything like that. But yeah, and then we're also going to be getting to the outside at some point. I have to obviously I still got to furnish the deck and stuff, and then the landscaping, which takes me a little bit to figure out. Just because this lot was so big when I was building this house, I tried to build it down where the Octavia Moon household lives, which is like a smaller lot. I tried building it on there, but it just wasn't wide enough, because this house isn't like, this house is just really long, so I needed a 64 by 64 lot just so it would fit on the lot, but there's a bunch of extra space in the front and back that I had to fill up. So I get to figure out how to do that later. I think for the most part on the outside, apart from like right at near the front and then the back around the deck, I think I left most of the like lot pretty empty. I just threw a few trees around. I didn't think it looked bad, and I didn't want it looking too busy or anything. But yeah, I'm just going through. I was having a hard time coming up with stuff to use, because I don't want to like start reusing like furniture or rugs or anything like that, but I managed to get just enough for all the bedrooms, and they each have like kind of their own theme or color or whatever. But yeah, we're just going through. I think this is the last bedroom, and then maybe I have the bathroom for this one, and then I'm done, I think, on the inside for the most part at least. But yeah, and all the rooms in this house were pretty big too. I had a bunch of extra space in them. I got like this one, I think both of the other ones are about this size, and I have like the bed, a dresser, a desk, and the closet in there, and there's still like a bunch of space you could fill up. But yeah. And I also spent a lot of time in this house just putting random clutter down, like those little like basket things right there, and then the like tissue boxes and stuff. And then I was also, like I said before, in the last video, I was kind of running out of paintings. I didn't know what to, like there was a bunch of empty wall space in this house that I needed to fill up, and I didn't want to keep reusing stuff in all the rooms, but I managed to get just enough stuff to fill up the house without reusing anything too much, I don't think. But yeah, and then right now, I mean, I was talking about how I have a lot of stuff to do. For the most part, I don't think it should be too bad. I mean, I have like that big thing for studio, and I have that project, but it's not due till like halfway through October. And so, I mean, I assume it'll pick up here coming up pretty soon, but at least for now, I have plenty of time, so I think I should be good to keep my upload schedule for the most part. I don't know if I'm gonna like try and do any more videos than I am right now. I don't know if I have the time for all that, but I should at least be able to get to. The days may or may not change depending on when I start getting more homework and what days I get a lot of homework on, but at least for right now, I'm gonna try and stick with the Tuesday, Saturday thing, so yeah. And then also, if you watched the last two videos, you probably noticed there weren't any screenshots in them. I didn't want to have to go and figure out which screenshots went with which video and stuff. So I just decided to do them all at the end so you can see what the house looks like at the end of this video. And everything, so that's why they weren't there. I was also concerned about that because I have screenshots for this house and some of my other houses on here, and if I wasn't able to get back into this computer, I wouldn't have had any of those. But anyways, we're just going through. This is where I figured out was trying to figure out the landscaping. I think you saw I was trying to do like a fence, the full width of the lot, but like that was just a bunch of space that I fenced off for no good reason, and I didn't feel like having to landscape all of that. So I just kind of fenced in this smaller area around the front, and I put in that koi pond, which I usually forget is there and I don't ever use because it doesn't really suit many of the houses I do, but I figured it went with this one pretty well. So I stuck that in there, and then I just go through, it takes me a little while to landscape this part, I think. It's just a bunch of random plants all together. I don't think it ended up looking too bad. I mean, I hope not, at least. I don't really know how to landscape. I don't know what like plants go together and all that. I just try and make it look as best I can. So I think I got it pretty all right for this house. And then I just have like this little sitting area out front, which I thought was nice. But yeah, it's kind of like a more tropical landscaping thing I went with on this house. It's got like a bunch of these like ferns and stuff. And then I think I used a bunch of plants from Jungle Adventure, I'm pretty sure. But yeah. And then I think this takes me a little while, and then I do some landscaping. There's just like a flower bed that lines the pool in the back, and then there's like maybe a couple more flower beds I put up at the front of the different parts of the front of the house. But I mean, other than that, I didn't landscape a whole lot, like I said. And so I was just going through putting in all kinds of different stuff. I also got a lot of use out of that grass from Island Living. That was really useful just to take up space, because I had like a lot of space in here to fill. So that's what I'm putting in right now. That stuff's really good because it just takes up a lot of space, and it's all just completely covering the ground, and it's nice. Yeah, and then there's like some Jungle Adventure flowers, I think. And then that little bush, which I think is technically considered a tree, is from Island Living, and so is that one. I've been using those in a lot of my houses too recently. And then I think at this point I like ran out of stuff to do, so I was just trying anything just to fill up the space, and so I got a bunch of those bushes, and then was just going through, and then I put like some bamboo in at the end. But yeah. Oh, I also got to use these palm trees. I don't usually get to use those because, I mean, I'm not usually building in places that suit a lot of palm trees. And I mean, I guess it might be annoying for some people that like those palm trees don't match the palm trees like next to the lot, but I didn't think it mattered, and I thought they looked pretty good, and there's more variations of those palm trees than there are of the other ones. So I just went ahead and used those ones because I thought they looked better. I just like that one leans over really far, just so they're not all looking like exactly the same tree, because I mean, you can size the other ones up and down, but you can still kind of tell that they're the same one. But now I'm on to the back. I kept it pretty simple. I mean, if you watched any of my other videos, this is what I do on pretty much every house. I use like the grass and that lavender bush along the back usually, and then like these pink and white flowers up front, and this is pretty much my default for landscaping, just because I think it looks good and it's easy to do. So I just kind of stuck with that. And then, we also get to watch me sit here and spend some time putting in fountains. I thought it would be cool to have some fountains on here, and I also liked that it had the different colored lighting on them, so I went ahead and did that. And we're just filling those up. And then I think at this point, I gotta do the stairs. You'll see like I'm putting down like those white stairs, which are like the cheapest ones in the game. I don't keep those, but I put them down at first. It's just because I like using those stone stairs that may have come with seasons or something like that, I think, possibly. I don't know, they're the ones with like the concrete on top and then the stone on the front of them. I really like those stairs, but if you place them by default, they don't have a wall underneath them. But if you place another stair that does have a wall underneath it and then replace it with those stairs, then they keep the wall, which I think is kind of weird. I don't know if there was a reason they did that, or if it was just something they overlooked or something like that. But I usually have to do that. If I want to use those stairs, I have to put down a different type of stair and then replace them. And then I have this fire pit. I was trying to get a bunch of chairs in there. I think I ended up going with those ones, which I'm pretty sure are base game. I think they came in an update, just because they were smaller and it looked, I don't know if I'm pretty sure your Sims can still get in there. I think there's still open spaces, but I mean, even if not, it looks like they can. And then going through, putting in the dining table out here. And then I think I might have mentioned this in one of the other parts, but like where I put the outdoor kitchen probably realistically doesn't make a whole lot of sense, but I put it over there by the master bedroom just because that's where it fit, and I thought it looked the best over there, because if I put it anywhere else, it was going to be kind of in the way if you were trying to get from one side of the patio to the other. So I just put it over there, and I figured it was all right. And then putting some lights in the pool. I wish the pool lights like actually lit up the pool more, because I mean, it's like all the pools in the game seem to be really dark no matter how many lights you put in them, especially compared to real life, because like we have a pool, but I mean, ours obviously isn't this big, but I mean, it's a fair sized pool, and we only have like one light at one end of it, and it's bright enough to light up the whole pool at night. So I don't know if they would do that, but I feel like you should need less of them to light up the pool in the game. Because I feel like no matter how many I put in, it's like never really lit up. Like you can kind of see the lights under there, but the pool itself doesn't ever seem to really light up. And then I had like this massive outdoor kitchen with this huge bar. You can get like 9 or 10 Sims back there, I think. I just decided to do it because I had the space for it, so why not? And then I was going around putting trees down. I don't know, there was a bunch of empty space and I didn't know how to fill it up, and I didn't want to look like there was just a bunch of random, like I didn't want to look like there were too many trees or anything, but I didn't know how many was too many or whatever, so I think I changed it a little bit, but I kept mostly the same thing, I'm pretty sure. I just kind of put a few up here at the front, and then I think I kept the ones back towards the back of the lot, and then I just stuck with that. And then I realized the house was still looking kind of empty and just like it was floating in the middle of this lot, so I tried to put in a few more flower beds around it just so it looked like it was purposefully there instead of just set on some random lot. So I think it ended up looking all right. I just kind of stuck with the same type of landscaping I did in the front and back. I didn't do anything too crazy or anything like that. I like, this house took a while, and I don't really like furnishing or landscaping houses to begin with anyways, and I was getting really sick of landscaping at this point, so I just started going through and just randomly spam placing a bunch of the plants I had used in other parts of the house, just trying to get dirt covered up. But I think it ended up coming out looking all right, because I mean, that's kind of just how the landscaping looked anyways, even before I started doing that. But yeah, I think I might put a few more trees out here maybe, but other than that, this is really the house done. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and cut off here, and we'll get into screenshots coming up pretty soon. But anyways, let me know if y'all enjoyed this house, and I will be back on Tuesday, hopefully. Well, I mean, I at least have the video, so I will be, there's not any good reason right now I have that I won't be back on Tuesday, so hopefully you will see me Tuesday for the next speed build, and then Tuesdays and Saturdays from then on. So anyways, I will talk to you all later, and bye everyone.